Hello, Patriots. I'm Lee Watts, and this is Patriot Point, your source for Kentucky news and analysis from a conservative, Christian, and common sense point of view. We have had so much big news happen in the last week or so, and we've got some more big news that the other media outlets are not talking about, but we're going to give it to you here today. But before we get into that, I want to kind of summarize everything with a sports broadcast. Now, you might think sports, that's kind of odd on Patriot Point. Well, I think you'll understand after you see it. So here's an update on some Kentucky sports. Welcome to the game of Kentucky politics. Team captain Andy Beshear is the champion on the left, trying to restrict the people's freedoms with lockdowns and putting people out of work. We're going to see what's going to happen with this. First of all, the people want to go to church. Will they have the right to do this? Andy Beshear says no. The people take it to court. Oh, the court rules directly against Andy Beshear and says your restrictions are illegal. The left applauds him anyway. However, the court is clear, saying your mandate against church goes in the face of the Constitution, and therefore it is struck down and reversed. Undeterred, he tries it again, so the House of Representatives proposes House Bill 1 to restrict his power. Will they have the votes to pass it? And they pass it. The votes go in the face of Andy. He vetoes it. Can they override? They override him. His veto is completely gone. He is amazed. He is in a daze, thinking, how can anyone say I don't have absolute power? Dr. Stack comes out to try to prop Andy Beshear up with some fake science and false numbers. He tries a travel ban, but the courts say, your travel ban goes in the face of the Constitution. Your ban against free speech goes in the face of the Constitution. So now the people in the courts have spoken and the House of Representatives, but the Senate is not to be outdone. They're going to restrict this out-of-control governor with Senate Bill 1. Will they be able to get it passed? First of all, here comes the Senate. They serve the bill. They're trying to get the votes. Andy says no, and boom, they pass the votes. They're able to get it. He vetoes it. They override his veto. The Boone Circuit Court rules against him. He's forbidden from having any mandates ever. And he goes on before, and the courts rule against him, saying all of these mandates are completely illegal. The people are jubilant. Andy's team is furious. How could anyone be speaking against us? But we see the state treasurer says it's wrong. The state auditor says it's wrong. The state agriculture commissioner says it's wrong. And finally, the state Supreme Court rules everything you're doing is wrong. These bills are legal. Andy has been completely knocked out on every single level and permanently restricted from making any more COVID mandates. The people take him away to never bring him back for a second term. The people are cheering liberty, liberty, Kentucky. It has been a great day for Kentucky liberty. Freedom has been defended once again. Yes, a little fun there, updating, kind of summarizing everything that has gone on. This past Saturday, the Kentucky State Supreme Court issued their ruling, and they said that Senate Bill 1 and House Bill 1 and some other measures that the legislature passed are completely constitutional. And these are measures which basically stripped Andy Beshear of his emergency powers. So on Monday, he had to officially rescind his mandates. Now, a problem is we are now seeing that unelected government bureaucrats are now issuing basically these same mandates under the guise of regulations. And if the court said it's wrong and the legislature said it's wrong for the governor, it's wrong for these unelected bureaucrats and these agencies to do this as well. We're now seeing also that employers are issuing these things. Different businesses are saying you're not allowed to come into my business unless you do these mandates. Schools are doing this. This is completely wrong, and it's been a big game changer ever since last week when the FDA approved the vaccine from Pfizer as fully approved. Now, keep this in mind. The FDA has fully approved cigarettes for your use and dozens of different medicines and vaccines that they later take off of the shelves because they prove to be dangerous. It's just like a few years ago, 10, 11 years ago, we had the swine flu, and they came out with a shot for that one. Well, after it killed about 40,000 people, they took that shot off of the shelves saying, this is not safe. Do you realize the current shot has killed more people than that? And yet it is on the shelves today. me give you another piece of news you're not going to hear from other sources. Here's something interesting. The FDA does not actually do the testing on all of these different drugs. This is actually conducted by another government agency known as the National Institutes for Health. Did you know that the person who is the director, the head of the bioethics division of the National Institutes for Health is a lady by the name of Christine Grady? And she is married to, drumroll please, Dr. Anthony Fauci. Yes, you heard me correct her. Dr. Fauci, who's been pushing the vaccine, he's telling the FDA, approve it. The people who do the testing is his wife and her organization. They're the ones telling the FDA, yeah, it's fine, go ahead and approve it. And I believe we're beginning to see the vicious, evil cycle of what is going on here. Now, if you are some of the people, and I've been contacted by a ton of them in the last week or so saying, I do not want this shot. I either don't agree with it scientifically, I don't agree with it religiously, I just don't think it's safe, I don't want it. What can I do about it? There is an official form of the Kentucky state government that can get you out of this. Here, I have put in the description right here of this video a link to this official form. It is for the Commission for Health and Family Services. It is called the Vaccination Declination Form, which basically means I'm declining to get this vaccine, the Exemption Declination Vaccine Form. I have the link to it in the description of this video. I'm guessing that they might actually take this official form off of their website once they figure out the Kentuckians know it exists. So if you can't find it anymore, if they take it down, just email me. I've saved the thing, and I will be very happy to email you a copy of it. You want to just get my email, it is lee.watts.kentucky@gmail.com. And if they ever take this form down, I will send it to you, and maybe that will help you get some protection. We actually have some wonderful bills which have been written this summer, which have not yet been passed into law. That can happen after the first of the year. We need to get these bills passed. We have several different bills that would protect you that says, listen, a school cannot discriminate against me because I don't want to take this shot. A business cannot discriminate against me and not let me in because I don't want this. My employers cannot do this. And we have other bills that say if I'm forced to do this and against my will, but my employer or somebody else forces me to, then they are liable for all the health repercussions that might happen because of it. These are some wonderful bills that would help protect Kentuckians' liberty. We have right now 16 co-sponsors of these bills. This is how we can get these bills passed. We need to get more sponsors to force this issue to protect our liberties. In order to do that, that's one of the big reasons that I'm hosting the second annual Kentucky Freedom Rally, which is going to be August the 28th. That's this coming Saturday. If you're watching this on the day it comes out, it's tomorrow, people, August the 28th at 1 p.m. It's going to be right there on the front steps of the Kentucky Capitol. Me saying, listen, these mandates are wrong. What these different organizations in the government, unelected bureaucrats, what they're pushing is wrong. We need some protections. We're going to have Congressman Thomas Massey there. We're going to have a whole bunch of state representatives. We've got the Kentucky State Auditor with a statewide voice. We've got some live music. It is going to be a wonderful, family-friendly, patriotic event. Bring a lawn chair, bring an American flag, bring a Kentucky flag, bring a sign talking about liberty and no more mandates, and bring a great patriotic spirit. The whole event's going to start at 1 o'clock, and we're not going to be taking all day. We're going to get up there, we're going to say our piece, and if we can have a great showing of Kentucky patriots, that will prove to those in the legislature this is the kind of thing that the people of Kentucky want. And if we want to stay in office, we should be doing what the people want. So that's the reason that I hope that you can bring your family, bring your friends, bring your neighbors, bring your mother-in-law. Just come over to the Kentucky Capitol, 1 o'clock, Saturday, August the 28th, for the second annual Kentucky Freedom Rally. And because this was so important, if we lose this battle where we are not allowed to decide what gets injected into our own bloodstreams, then everything is lost. This is a crucial draw the line right here kind of battle, and I hope you'll stand up with me and say, we want our liberty. If you want it, feel free, but if I don't want it, I shouldn't be forced to take it. Well, that's the news for this week. I hope to see you at the Capitol on Saturday at 1 o'clock. And until next week, I'm Lee Watts for Patriot Point, reminding you that liberty is not a spectator sport.